In 2011, Will.I.Am's morning shadowboxing was interrupted when he received a life-changing message from an unknown source. The problem?
Oh my goodness, this beat is so hard.
Will.I.Am's T.H.E, an intuitive acronym for the hardest ever, is one of the most peculiar songs of the 21st century, and that's before we even get started on the absolutely batshit insane music video that accompanies it. I've been wanting to talk about this music video for a very long time. Ever since I first had the pleasure of witnessing it, it's always sort of stuck with me because, well, look at it! What is going on? Before I unpack the various nuances and artistic flourishes in this music video, let's start with the song's opening declaration.
Oh my goodness, this beat is so hard.
Sorry, can we just get that one more time?
Oh my goodness, this beat is so hard.
Listen to that and ask yourself a simple question. Is this beat hard? Is it, dare I say it, the hardest ever? In short, no. The synthesizers are fairly unobtrusive and sound like the kind of generic synth squelches that wouldn't be out of place in an IB for bargain bin. It's hardly the kind of beat that makes you want to move or dance, let alone run full speed into the distance, exalting the virtues of how hard it is like a crack-addled patron at Bounce by the Ounce. Coventry's finest establishment. I can't go in there anymore. As Will.I.Am sprints towards the wall, desperate to run from his own incompetence as a music producer, the video's central concept is revealed. As Will.I.Am emerges on a bicycle, we realise that as the music video continues, Will.I.Am will progressively upgrade his ride until he reaches his final form. Now, there has been intense debate surrounding Will.I.Am's use of transport, but to settle an argument, here is a quick ranking of all the vehicles used across the music video from best to worst. At the bottom we have the motorcycle, followed swiftly by the plane, then we have the small rocket, your best penis related jokes please, the TARDIS, the bigger rocket, Mary Poppins' umbrella, his bicycle, the giant milk carton, the self-driving plane, the Jeep, the car, and at number one is of course Will.I.Am himself, because oh what a ride he is. This concept is fine, and if the video simply involved Will.I.Am exchanging his vehicle every few seconds, it'd be nothing to write home about. It'd be a safe, forgettable music video. But Will.I.Am isn't content to play it safe, oh no. Our first big indication that we're onto something truly special is when Will.I.Am leaps over a block and lands on a motorcycle. Let's see that again. That is the opposite of milk. If there exists somewhere in the known universe an anti-milk equation, this is it.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Will.I.Am is trying way too hard to look cool rather than having fun with the concept. There is an alternate version of this video where Will.I.Am embraces how dumb the underlying concept is and camps it up to the maximum. In this instance, the music video would probably come across like Will Smith's amazing video for Wild Wild West. But that's a topic for another video. Instead, Will.I.Am tries his hardest to play this moment wholly seriously, and it just doesn't work. As a side note, why is he dressed like an X-Man? And for the love of God, why is his hair square? This all provides further evidence that Mr. I.Am is from another dimension. The video then moves to one of its strangest cuts as Will.I.Am leaps off of his motorcycle and lands on the other side of a wall, the word hard emblazoned behind him, because of course it is. Then it does this. That's right, it literally jump cuts and Will.I.Am is part of the background. It's not even lined up properly to the last shot. But how did he do that? He's like a less likeable Darren Brown. It just abruptly cuts and we are left wondering both why there are seemingly multiple Will.I.Ams and why one of these Will.I.Ams has become permanently trapped within a wall. Of course, the fact that a car driven by the man himself shatters the image means that this scene could be construed as some crash student film-esque metaphor.
John said I have to ask you if you'll reconsider.
Although it's way better than that. Obviously. Without any clear indication as to why this has occurred, it's impossible to tell whether this was deliberate or a legitimate production error. It's also worth noting that this moment is used to underscore one of the song's worst lines.
This beat is a shit thesis.
Right. The cringe factor only increases as the song segues into its chorus, introducing us to one of the video's worst elements, Jennifer Lopez. As she gyrates awkwardly and poses like an extra in an early 2000s sex line advert, it becomes clear that J-Lo doesn't really want to be there, and whilst the MO of this segment is clearly sexy, it ends up coming across as really not sexy. Like when you're watching your mum try and spice it up in the bedroom with a sexy outfit and some awkward floor thrusting, whilst your dad sits there just having a seizure. Oh, just my parents. Fair enough. Part of this could be to do with the song's bizarre chorus, which simply has J-Lo repeat the maxim, "You can go hard or you can go home," which is utterly meaningless given that what we've seen so far isn't especially hard or home. As Will.I.Am's car smashes through the last image of J-Lo, things get progressively more ridiculous until Will.I.Am utters this immortal phrase.
I'ma go hard like a motherfucking boner.
Yes, that is an actual lyric in this song. What's worse is that Will.I.Am then decides to follow this lyric up with another phallic reference.
I woke up in the morning, hard like morning, wood in the morning.
Man, I want to see Pitbull and Will.I.Am locked in an epic battle, throwing Kodak and wood rhymes at each other. But all of this is nothing compared to the final act. As Will.I.Am's vehicle upgrades into a rocket followed by an even larger rocket, Jennifer Lopez, somehow resurrected after being smashed into tiny little pieces, appears on the cockpit's monitor, assuring us that things are about to get harder before she proclaims,
"This is hard."
Suddenly, Will.I.Am's rocket goes into hyperdrive and the music video transforms into a homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey and the White Stripes' iconic music video for Seven Nation Army. And can we just appreciate that Will.I.Am's rocket helmet is the same shape as his hair? Credit to the production designer for attention to detail, but this is overkill. It looks laughable and completely counteracts Will.I.Am's attempts to act deadpan. As both Will.I.Am and we, the audience, are subjected to even more J-Lo gyrating, the video's endgame is revealed. As if by magic, Mick fucking Jagger appears, employing his Jagger strut and spouting nonsense such as this. Yes, this is a real line. You are watching this. This is real life. This is the reality that you have fallen into. Jagger's contribution to Will.I.Am's genre clusterfuck only serves to underscore how strange this whole affair is. As we look at Jagger's pained expression, it is hard to decipher why someone with his legacy would be involved in this whole sorry affair.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Just because you can get Mick Jagger doesn't mean you should get Mick Jagger. And yet here he is, throwing shapes, busting moves, and replacing Jennifer Lopez for the song's final chorus as he screams, well, what else is he going to be screaming? As the song reaches its climax, the psychedelic universe reaches its vanishing point and implodes in on itself, leaving only blackness. As we sit watching, it becomes difficult to process what we have witnessed for the past 5 minutes. Let's just remember that we started here
Oh my goodness, this beat is so hard.
and ended up here. I can only hope that Will.I.Am survived the trip back to his home dimension, where every single song is this hard and everyone talks about how hard they are like morning wood in the morning. As a document of early 2010s music, The Hardest Ever is hardly a memorable track, but coupled with its ridiculous video, the song takes on a new life as a warning to any musician who attempts to take a fun concept too seriously, and stands as one of the strangest, most ridiculous music videos ever produced. The saddest thing about this entire endeavour is that it would have gotten away with all this bullshit if the beat was actually hard.
So, we didn't think we'd be doing this, but someone has actually donated $100, which is incredible.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. T.H.E.
Honestly, that's awesome. You are, as we said in our Patreon video, literally keeping the lights on. So, no, but seriously, thank you very much. And,
we're just sort of in shock, aren't we?
Full Fat Videos is going to strange new places. Full Fat Videos just got upgraded, and along with that, we're upgrading our Patreon with new tiers and rewards just for you. We don't unfortunately monetize most of the videos on the channel because it has copyrighted content, so something like Patreon could really help us make Full Fat Videos self-sustaining, and it'll allow us to make better videos and better content for you. For just $1 a month, you'd be helping us out a great deal already, which is why we thank you at the end of every video. Not to mention you'd get exclusive access to Full Fat Milk Posting, a Facebook group where you can talk to us about movies, TV and games, as well as some memes. We like a bit of memes.
For $3, you'll get access to everything from the previous tiers, but you'll also get the chance to watch our videos one day early, as well as get access to exclusive scripts and bloopers.
For just $5 a month, you'll get access to everything from all the other tiers, as well as exclusive access to ask the questions for our monthly Q&As.
And that's not all. For just $10, you'll get access to all of the above, as well as an exclusive commentary track picked by you.
For $100, I mean, you'd be keeping the lights on, so we'd really appreciate it, and we'd probably thank you at the end of every video on camera. You'd be really helping us in any way, shape or form if you could consider contributing to our Patreon. We love making this stuff for you guys and we'd love to keep making more of it. So thank you and thank you for watching. We're off to go make some more of that juicy content. We'll see you next time. Stay milky.